Hey, Fox here. Today I got a review of Gatorade Cam Newton. Now, I've used almost every single top-end quarterback, so I'm fairly confident I've got this card down. Now, the 80 speed on him along with 92 throw power, 85 short, 81 medium, 78 deep. You're going to look at those accuracy stats and say, boo-hoo, he can't really do much. 68 carrying, but we'll talk about carrying in a second. So the throw on the run, 87, break sack, 94, play action, 85, throw under pressure, 90. All right, so my impression of Cam. Now, I did have Gunslinger on Cam for a lot of it, as he just wickedly missed that. I don't know if that's an animation issue with the receiver or that's a Cam misthrow. Now, that's probably Cam's biggest issue, is the fact that his accuracy at medium and deep are not great. Now, if you can chem him up, that's great. I was able to get him a little bit higher on the chem with the +2 throw power, +2 deep. So the deep on my cam that I was starting with was 80, which, I mean, I don't know what the threshold is for that, as TY just decides to sit there and chill for a second. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I felt like I missed fewer passes with Cam than I did with Vic for whatever reason. I had fewer rage moments where like play after play of like Cam just like or Vic, or it just wouldn't happen, or maybe he'd miss it less frequently. Like, I guess Vic wouldn't like miss it play after play. That's a little bit of a I guess exaggeration there, but I feel like Cam was right on the money for most of the passes I wanted. Maybe it's just like the under pressure or something about him did it pretty well. Now, that's not to say he's flawless with that. Like, he will miss passes for you, but I think what happens with the Cam is that he kind of makes up for that with the other attributes that he has: the speed, the break sack. Now, you're gonna see a little bit in this pocket. I noticed a few break sacks from him, but generally I didn't notice a ton. It doesn't feel like low tackling or tackling is too bad this year. I will see a lot of people, like, I don't see a lot of like natural tackle breaks as much. I do see running backs. I see it a bit, not as much as I feel like it should happen, because trucking's pretty bad. But regardless, Cam, he's got break sack at 94. So if anybody could break a sack, it would be Cam. But how effective is that? Like, if you're taking hits in the pocket, even if you break it, generally there's another guy right after that, because it's always it's got that like 3-second timer, then like getting sheds, right? So if it's like a 4-man pass rush, something like that. I don't know. Clint said something about a 3-second pass rush. So anyways, if you take a hit, generally you're going to take another one pretty soon after, unless you can get rid of the ball. But I will say maybe once every 3 games or so, you'll take a hit and then be able to just sit there and shed the sack. But I've seen Tom Brady shed sacks pretty well too. So inconsistent, to say the best, I guess is the final word for that. There's a nice shed sack where kind of like you can't throw the ball for a second. But anyways, nice work, Cam. The carrying at 68, I mentioned, let's talk about that. So you guys know, based on my video, all you do is hold RB and your quarterback won't fumble. I tested after patch. I've taken some hits with some quarterbacks after the patch, and even with the RB, I haven't fumbled still. I know that some person, I think they tagged me on Twitter, said they fumbled a couple times with the RB after the patch. Remember, you have to hold the RB early. I'm not saying that person didn't remember, but just a note to everybody, you got to hold it a while before you take the hit. So the spin move at 80, stiff arm, looseness, trucking, it's all 70s. So yeah, not exactly like super mobile. This isn't like we're gonna go get your gas filled up or anything like that kind of mobile. And like, he doesn't got moves like Mick Jagger, more like, I guess, current day Mick Jagger. So while he is a scrambler, he's not like a mover, a shaker, a money maker, I guess. But he will, it's essentially down to his speed, right? Speed and break sack is why Cam is special right now. But yeah, I guess like the mobility there is just there. I still like Mike Vick better for his mobility. Did I throw that a little late? Nope, nailed it. So I think Mike Vick's better mobility. I think I might like Mike Vick. You guys saw my top 5 quarterbacks, so I don't really need to rank him here again. But overall, like all the passes you're seeing from Newton, pretty impressive, right? Pretty on the money. These are like down the field shots, some of them with heavy pressure coming on him. So let's not talk about coming on him anymore. Let's talk about his quarterback style: balance, throws tight spiral, yes. Senses pressure, average. Throws the ball away, no. Forces passes, aggressive. Clutch, yes. So sweet that he's got the clutch. The ones that matter there, the throw tight spiral. Senses pressure is currently up for review. We're kind of, as a community, kind of like, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Clint says no, but we kind of feel like it does. Force to pass, aggressive. That's definitely a CPU trait. And then clutch, yes. That's awesome. So there he is, taking us like 80 speed is almost as fast as a lot of linebackers out there. Like faster than like a lot of people will see have like Ted Hendricks or something. He's got 78 speed. So he'll be outrunning D linemen and a lot of linebackers. Now we got guys like Jack out there now. that are a little faster. More people getting Shaz day to day, and Shaz is significantly faster than this Cam by 10 speed. So Cam, he can really sling it. The throw power, the gunslinger, the under pressure worked well there. That looked like he had like a gunslinger under pressure lineup or something. He just sailed it, unfortunately. Wide open, deep shot. But that's kind of what you expect with 80 throw deep. I've seen a lot of guys that saying like, did somebody say 80 was the throw deep threshold? I don't believe it, because I've missed some deeps with guys with 80. There he is, off to the races. Woo, holding RB, taking hits, no big deal. So Cam Newton, go ahead and get him. 275 at the moment. Maybe you'll get him less if you're watching this later. But I would say, yeah, it's a purchase if you want a top-end quarterback. But right now, if that's too much for you, it happens. Out of 10, Cam was solid for me. I'm going to give him a 9.2. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.